In the brisk winter of 49 BC, on the 10th day of January, Gaius Julius Caesar, accompanied by his 13th legion, dared to cross the Rubicon River. Centuries later, historian Suetonius would write that as Caesar crossed the river, he uttered the Latin phrase alia aucta state. The die is cast, the arrow has been shot, the irreversible point has been crossed. The Roman Senate, in 50 BC, had issued a decree to Caesar, then the governor of southern Gaul, demanding him to disband his legions before reaching the Rubicon, the northern boundary of Italy, and return to Rome as a civilian. According to the laws of the Republic, military commanders were obliged to disband their armies before crossing the Rubicon. However, Caesar was well aware that this was a political ploy. His political rival, Pompey, was preparing to accuse him of disobedience and betrayal. Furthermore, entering Rome stripped of his powers would have made his trial, and even his execution, remarkably convenient. Hence, Caesar made the fateful decision to march towards Rome by crossing the Rubicon, inevitably plunging Rome into a relentless era of bloody civil wars. The military actors of the Republic began to assume political roles one by one. Thus, Caesar engaged in military ventures ranging from Spain to Egypt, achieving notable successes, especially against Pompey. Ultimately, in the early months of 44 BC, emboldened by his triumph over all rivals, Caesar returned to Rome and declared himself Dictator Perpetuus, dictator for life. However, from that moment on, Rome became a more dangerous place for Caesar than ever before. Historian Titus Livius identified three events that paved the path to his demise. The first event Livius pointed out occurred during a ceremony at the Temple of Venus Genetrix, where senators were humiliated. Caesar, instead of rising in honor of the titles proposed to him, claimed he already possessed enough honors. This gesture conveyed the impression that Caesar no longer respected the Senate. The second event took place in January 44 BC. Senators Marullus and Flavius encountered a crown of laurels placed on a statue of Caesar near the rostra, symbolizing kingship and Jupiter. They immediately ordered the removal of the crown, reflecting growing discontent. The third and most significant event occurred during the Lupercalia festival on February 15, 44 BC. Consul Mark Antony placed a laurel wreath on Caesar's head, inciting the crowd to hail him as king. Despite the public adoration, Caesar calmly rejected the title, asserting that Jupiter alone was the king of the Romans. Nevertheless, the incident stirred discomfort among certain quarters. The conspiracy to assassinate Caesar was ignited during a secret meeting between senators Cassius Longinus and Marcus Brutus on February 22nd, determined to prevent Caesar from becoming king. They envisioned a noble act to safeguard the Republic, even if it meant his death. The assassination plot was meticulously planned. While various methods and locations were considered, the conspirators concluded that assassinating Caesar within the Senate chambers would be most effective. The Ides of March, March 1544 BC, was chosen as the date, coinciding with Caesar's last Senate meeting before departing for the East. On that fateful day, as Caesar entered the Senate chamber, he was besieged by conspirators, including Brutus, who delivered the fatal blows. Caesar's assassination triggered shockwaves throughout Rome, propelling it into chaos and ultimately leading to the Second Civil War, culminating in the victory of Augustus. Caesar's death marked the end of an era, symbolizing the demise of the Republic and the rise of the Roman Empire. His legacy, marred by ambition and betrayal, continues to echo through the annals of history, immortalizing the tragic tale of an extraordinary leader brought down by his own ambition.